Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots have parted ways. Finally. although actually, as a Broncos fan, it hasn't been the worst thing in the world. I mean, they've kind of stunk the last 4 years, so it doesn't really matter. Either way, that is over. Bill Belichick and the Patriots are done. The New England Patriots are moving on. Bill Belichick will probably go to an NFC team. I'm assuming that would make the most sense, although I think the Chargers are probably a good spot. I think it'd be funny if he went to Tampa Bay and tried to do what Brady did. That would be hilarious. But let me know in the comments below, where do you guys think Bill Belichick will go? And where do you think, or who do you think the Patriots will go ahead and hire? It's either Mike Vrabel or Jared Mayo. Probably Jared Mayo. I think that makes the most sense just because he's been with the team lately. So I don't know. I think in the contract extension that he got in the offseason, it just makes more sense that they would go Jared Mayo. But you never know. We'll see what happens. But let's go ahead and take a look at this roster because it's not a bad team. Like, it's a bad team. Yeah, okay. It's a bad team. But it's not a bad team, all right? It's not like the Carolina Panthers, all right? They got a lot of star dev players on this team, at least Madden-wise. It's actually a pretty good team. The offensive line is really good. I think right guard, obviously, would be probably one of the bigger holes to fill on the offensive line, and left guard a little bit. Cole Strange is 25. No, you know what? I think we'll probably just end up rolling with him. It's just he's only a 73 overall. So, I mean, I guess offensive line doesn't matter a whole lot. But right guard is something that we'll be looking at. Andrews at center. He's 31. Maybe we look to upgrade that position at some point. And then obviously at left tackle, we got Trent Brown, who is 30. But again, tackles tend to not regress as quickly, so maybe towards the end of the rebuild we'll see if we want to go ahead and move on from Brown. At tight end, got Hunter Henry and Mike Gesicki, two solid tight ends. I'm not opposed to keeping those guys. And at wide receiver, this is where we've got a lot of work to do, right? Devontae Parker, Juju, Tyquan Thornton. I mean, it's not a good. I don't see any of these receivers being on the team other than maybe Tyquan. He's 6'2", 96 speed. Like in Madden, he's a really good receiver. So maybe we try and figure it out with him. And then at running back, obviously with Ramondre Stevenson, who's only 25. He's obviously the running back of the future for this group. So again, like I'm not really worried about running back either. And then obviously, you know, the most important position here. Mac Jones is gone. All right, we're going to trade him. We're going to see what we can get for him, and we're moving on from him. The defense is solid. It's solid. Middle linebacker will probably look to do some different things. Juwan Bentley is 27. He's going to start regressing in a couple years. So meh. I think offensive line is definitely, middle linebacker is definitely a position that we're going to look to upgrade. Uche, I believe that's how you say his name, at left outside linebacker. Obviously, he's a future pass rusher for this team. I like Tavai, but I don't know. We'll see. I think this is something where maybe we let the defense kind of figure things out over the course of the first season, and then we look to upgrade after that. Obviously, having Peppers and Duggar. And I really, really like the rookie safety, Marte Mapu. He's definitely going to be somebody that we try to develop long-term, so maybe we trade either Duggar or Peppers. Then we got J.C. Jackson, Christian Gonzalez, the two Joneses. So the corners are looking pretty solid as well. And then the defensive line, right end, left end, obviously Christian Barmore is great. I don't know. I will definitely look at defensive tackle. And then as far as right end, we'll probably just go with Keon White here. He's 24. He looks solid. I think he can develop. So as you can see, like we've got some young guys that we can develop. So I don't think this is going to be as hard of a rebuild as we really think. And even in real life, like I think this team is actually fairly close. The defense is really good. And if you bring in someone like Mike Vrabel or Jared Mayo, the defense will still be very, very good. And then, you know, you have a top 3 pick. So Go get your quarterback, get him some weapons. This could be it's crazy because as a Broncos fan, I hate it. But this could be a Houston Texans situation next season. Like, this is a solid team. Going into a Super Bowl weekend, it's the Eagles and Bills. I'd be shocked if that was a matchup, but I guess you never know. The Bills beat the Ravens 24-17 in the AFC Championship game. The Eagles beat the Cowboys in the NFC Championship game. The Eagles aren't beating San Fran. That's just not happening. And I don't think... I'll say this. 41-0. Goodness gracious. 35-3. There were some blowouts. I don't think that happens in real life. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Who do you guys think gets to the Super Bowl? I don't buy into the Ravens. I wouldn't be shocked if it was Buffalo. I just have this weird feeling it's going to be Kansas City again. Man, I don't know. The AFC's tough. NFC, I think it's either San Fran or Dallas. I think Detroit loses to the Rams. The Rams are sneaky, but then the Rams would have to go to San Fran more than likely. So that's tough. Oh, and also, by the way, it says Seattle as the 7th seed in the NFC. I don't know. I put the schedule. I forced certain wins and made it exact, and somehow the Seahawks made it over the Packers. Maybe I screwed something up. But they're tied at 10, 9, and 8 or whatever. So I don't know. I think it was just weird Madden tiebreakers that it didn't really work. But let's look at the yearly awards. I'm curious to see who wins MVP. They're going to give it to Josh Allen. Okay. I guess if they win 5 in a row, his numbers are probably a lot better than in real life, right? Because I just simmed it. So it's not like true. Dan Campbell wins Coach of the Year. Offensive Player of the Year is Josh Allen and Tyreek Hill. Defensive Player of the Year in the AFC is TJ Watt. And then Offensive Rookie of the Year, obviously CJ Stroud. Will Anderson winning Defensive Rookie of the Year. And in the NFC, let's see, the the Offensive Player of the Year goes to Christian McCaffrey. CeeDee Lamb was second. Hunter gets DPOY. In the East, or the NFC, Jordan Addison wins Offensive Rookie of the Year in the NFC. And Byron Young wins Defensive Rookie of the Year for the Rams. The Buffalo Bills win the Super Bowl in this simulation, 31-21 over the Eagles. And let's get on to this rebuild. We'll go ahead and sign some players. I'm guessing the upgrades are probably just, they're just, practice squad guys. So let's get into re-signing, see who we want to re-sign. We could even franchise tag some guys and then trade them. That's also a possibility, especially at safety. I'm not sure if any of those guys are going to be free agents, but we'll see. I think that's probably the first thing. There's only 2 players? And it's okay. So it's Kyle Duggar, Mac Jones, which we will accept his option, and then we will trade him. I guess I shouldn't have accepted. Whatever. We'll trade him. It shouldn't really matter anyways. We're going to have a rookie quarterback. And then, oh, wow. We got to choose a franchise tag here. Oh, that sucks. Okay. The simulation did not do a good job of re-signing guys. Kyle Duggar, is he going to be a true free agent? I want to double check that these guys are actually true free agents, because obviously, with Madden, we don't really... Madden doesn't do the best job at updating. Okay, so we're going to have to make a decision here. We're not going to bring back Hunter Henry, which is fine. We're definitely not bringing back Kendrick Bourne. Let's go ahead and just franchise tag... Man, obviously, we're going to have to let Kyle Duggar go, I guess. Superstar safety, but he's 28. He's going to start regressing. Yeah, we're gonna franchise tag Josh here, and we'll roll with that. Bummer, man. Okay, we'll see. Obviously, we were gonna trade a safety, which kind of sucks that we can't now, because I thought maybe we could get like a second round pick from one of those guys. Okay, so we had about 30, almost $40 million in cap space. So here's what I'm gonna do. We're going after Leonard Williams. We're gonna put him at defensive tackle. We're going after Odell Beckham. We're going after Devin Bush, and we're going after Cesar Ruiz, who's a free agent. So this is what we're doing. We'll see if we can get any of these guys. We'll just do the evaluation here, and players have been evaluated. Who did we sign? We got everybody. All right, well, that works out. We only have $2.64 million left in cap space. We could open up some more space here if we look at the salaries and just see what our options are. Let's see. JC Jackson, we could actually just trade. Ooh, that makes sense. 14 million. We could probably get a decent amount for him. He's only a 79 overall, but that might be the way to go there. And then other than that, we're going to trade maybe we keep Jonathan Jones then at this point. I don't know. There is some money here that we could save and just work with trades here. So I think that's what we're going to do. All right, just doing a bit of a pick swap here, going from the 6th round to the 3rd round, and then throwing in Jackson here, who's down to a 79 overall. We saved $14 million this year, so we can go back in free agency and figure something out there. So I think that's a solid trade there. And then let's work on some of these other guys. Getting a 5th round pick here for defensive tackle. I can't remember how to say his name, gonna be honest here. But we'll take a 5th round pick. We can use that for some depth here. And I think that might be it as far as trades, at least for now. Because I think I'm gonna keep Jonathan Jones this season. I could trade Wise, but I mean the money, it's nothing crazy. I don't want to kill our depth here because I do actually want to try and win this first year. So I think we're good. I think those are the only moves that we're going to make as far as those trades go. And then let's go back to free agency because I think we do have some money now. Yeah, we have $24 million. Let's go to, I don't know, what do I want to do here now? Last thing here that we are going to do is trade Mac Jones, and there's no trade package. Awesome. I thought that we would be able to find somebody that would want Max Jones. I guess not. He could be a backup in Arizona. We could send him to Washington, I guess. But I don't think he's gonna. I mean, I guess the Giants could actually be a place he could go to there. I don't know. I don't think he's gonna start next year. He could be the backup in New York. But they don't really have picks unless they just go for like a future pick there. You know what? The Raiders actually kind of make sense too, a little bit, because I don't think the Raiders draft a quarterback. I don't know. That one's interesting. The Rams is interesting as well. Just to be a backup there. I think I kind of want to go with the Jets. I think that actually, but trading within division is probably not the best idea. Let's go. You know what? Let's go with the Rams. Although they really aren't interested. Fine. Let's go with the Raiders, I guess. And let's try to get. I think. I mean, if Fields is going for a 2nd or 3rd, we probably. I think he'd be a 2nd. So maybe, can we get a 3rd from the Raiders? I don't think this would happen in real life, though. Let's see if we can get a 3rd. We do. Okay, well, whatever. We're moving on. Mac Jones heads to the Raiders. And, that actually hit us big time in cap. So we'll see how that goes. We'll just fix that later, I guess. Anyways, let's go ahead and start the NFL draft. Now, this is where it gets really interesting for the New England Patriots. Because... and this is where I think they could rebuild very quickly. The Bears if the Bears decide to stay with Justin Fields, which I think at this point, I think they will. The reasoning is because they haven't fired Eberflus, they haven't fired their GM, and so I don't think in this situation they would draft another quarterback. So, but you don't want to trade down too far, like a team with like Atlanta or Denver, because now you're way out of the range where you can't get someone like Malik Neighbors or Dunze because they're probably gone at that point, right? So here's what we're going to do. We are going to trade up with the Chicago Bears. So the Bears are trading from 1 to 3. In this case, Caleb goes 1 to New England. Drake May goes 2 to Washington. Chicago can still get Marvin Harrison Jr. So, they get some assets back, right? They get, whatever. Obviously, and by the way, the picks will be slightly off with tiebreakers and stuff, doesn't actually work in Madden. So you'll see kind of some weird things. So we're going from 3 to 1, and then we're going to offer realistically, like, let's see. Oh, wow. They want a lot. Oh. They want way more than I thought they would want. Okay. Do I want to give up my first round pick next year? What's funny is I could probably just let the draft happen and still get Caleb because this game is stupid. But I don't really want to do that. I want to keep it somewhat realistic. But this is a lot. Like, that's an insane amount. Like, are they really wanting that much? If we offer them the third... Can we just... I want to start here with 2/3. Okay, so it's not even close. Okay, I got you. Let's do a third this year, a fourth this year, next year's first, and do I want to give up next year's second too? I think we're gonna have to. If we really want Caleb, this is probably what we're gonna have to do, and they still want more. Oh boy. Okay. I'm not giving up a 2026 first. I'll give up a 2026 second. And I'll give up another third this year. How about that? We're really close. Gosh darn it. I don't want to give up the second this year. I really don't. Let's do... Let's see. So 2024 first, 2025 first, 2025 second, 2024 third. So this year's third, a 2026 second, and a 2026 third. That's not even close. Wow, we have to give up so much. I did not think it'd be this much. Okay, we're gonna have to start thinking about trading a player then, and they did want Trent Brown. I mean, we could do Trent Brown. Okay, so this is what we did. We traded Trent Brown. So there was some contract issues, so they did want Trent Brown, but we couldn't give them Trent Brown. We couldn't make that deal because they were way under, like, in the negative. So we're taking on Cody Whitehair. We also gave him Mafi. We were just 500 under the cap. And then we gave him a 2024 first, which is the third overall pick, a 2025 first, a 2024 third, and a 2025 second. So we do not have a first or second round pick next year, but we have our second and 2/3 this year. So that's what we're doing. Kind of insane. Like I said, I probably could have simulated the first and second pick and still got Caleb because of how stupid Madden is. That's not realistic, obviously. The Cardinals have the second overall pick in this. Whatever. Madden. I don't know what else to tell you guys. I didn't even realize that. The draft order is all screwed up. Anyways, everyone's record is fine. It's just, it's stupid. Anyways, The reason why we did all that is because we are drafting Caleb Williams. And I think this makes sense for a team like Chicago, right? If they keep Justin, now if they want to draft Caleb and move on from Justin, that's a different story. But in this scenario, I think that they keep Justin. I think they go down to 3 to where they can still get, because Washington would take then Drake May or Jaden Daniels, whoever they like, right? And then at 3, they can take Marvin Harrison Jr. And they still are ahead of Arizona. There's no way that Washington would trade down with Arizona, right? So I think that's the best way to do this. So New England gets their quarterback of the future, the best quarterback, and they go from Bill Belichick and Tom Brady to now having Caleb Williams with whoever they go with, whether it's Jared Mayo, Mike Vrabel, whoever. So again, the rebuild and that flip can happen very quickly, and the Patriots are in a good spot, and they got their guy. Now, would they be okay with taking someone like Drake May or Jaden Daniels? Maybe, but you can get Caleb Williams. I think you go for it, especially with their talent on the roster. I think the talent level is pretty good. So I think they can afford to give up future picks. Now, is it a Patriot thing to trade up in a draft? No, but Bill Belichick is gone. So it's different now. You never know. Anyways, let's go ahead and see what happens here with the rest of the draft. Marvin Harrison goes to Arizona. So in this case, Chicago kind of gets screwed in that sense, but that's because Madden, the Madden draft order was not correct. Chicago takes Joe Alt, which they could also do in real life, although we gave him a left tackle. Again, Madden, it's terrible. Fashanu goes to Washington again. Madden. J.C. Latham goes to the Chargers. Drake May goes to Tennessee. The Giants take Newton. The New York Jets, they will take Rome Odunze instead of Malik Neighbors. Interesting. I think that's a pretty good pick, though. Can you imagine, man? Odunze with, I think they would have probably taken a tackle, but they were all gone. So in this scenario, they take a receiver, but Odunze with Garrett Wilson is pretty sweet. Chop Robinson heads to Atlanta. Chicago with their second pick, they take Malik Neighbors, so they get their tackle and the second best wide receiver. Pretty good deal for the Chicago Bears. The Minnesota Vikings, they take Latu, and the Denver Broncos take Brock Bowers. Okay, whatever. The Raiders, they will take Jared Verse, and then the Colts take Dallas Turner. That's a really good pick for the Colts. The Saints take Kool-Aid McKinstry. Jaden Daniels has not gone. Mason Smith to the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Bengals take another tight end, Jatavian Sanders. Kalen King to Green Bay. Is he going to be in the draft? I don't know. Tampa Bay takes Jaden Daniels, and Seattle, they go ahead and take T'Vondre Sweat. Again, the draft classes and everything, it's not going to be perfect. That's for sure. Nate Wiggins to the Rams. Braylon Trice to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Keon Coleman to Miami. Interesting. They have a lot of receivers there now. Barrett Carter to the Houston Texans. The Cardinals take JT Lumalau. Something like that. I don't know. Trayvon Henderson goes to Kansas City. You would think they would have taken a receiver, but I guess not. Cooper DeJean goes to Detroit. And the San Francisco 49ers select right tackle Fagua. And the Dallas Cowboys take Blake Corum. That's an interesting pick. They could use a running back. Another one. Xavier Leggett or Leggett. I don't know. But he heads to Baltimore. And then the Eagles take Emeka Egbuka. And then, I feel like the Chiefs probably should have taken him, but whatever. Tyler Nubin to the Buffalo Bills. The Panthers will take Javon Bullard, and the Arizona Cardinals select Michael Hall. So now we got to make these picks count, right? Because we have 2/3 and we have the second pick. Michael Penix and McCarthy are still there. Obviously, don't need those guys. We probably do need a left tackle at this point. So that's definitely going to be something that we need. We also need a wide receiver. What are the receivers looking like right now? Johnny Wilson, he's 6'7"? Wow. Okay. I think, honestly, I might just wait till round 3. Because I do like Polk. Is Polk gonna be in this class? I don't remember him being in. I don't remember him gonna be in this class. Whatever, English. I don't know. Xavier Worthy would be nice as well, but we would have to take him now. What's a tackle looking at? Because we are gonna need a tackle. Tackle's looking pretty good. You know what? I'm gonna take Johnny Wilson. He did declare for the draft. I didn't think he did, but he did. I mean, at 6'7", he's not very fast, but like he's 6'7", and I think it'd be fun in this video to do something like that. So let's go with Johnny Wilson. He has a normal dev, 84 speed. Wow, that is not great, but I don't know. I think this could be fun. We could also just move him to tight end eventually as well, but I don't know. I just figured we would take a shot with him. That's a big receiver. So let's go ahead into round 3 now. And I think this is where we'll take one of the tackles left over. Now, I do want to check right tackle because if he is there, Amarius Mims is there. We're going to take Amarius Mims here and then move him or move somebody to left tackle. But hidden dev, 75 speed, 88 strength. Yeah, he looks good. 78 acceleration, 79 agility. I think that's a solid pick there. So we've fixed left tackle or tackle. We've got that covered. We now have Odell Beckham and what's his name? Johnny Wilson, who's 6'7", which is pretty crazy. We got Mike Gesicki. We have Stevenson. Our offense is looking pretty good. So let's get to our next pick here, which is not too far off. It's a 13th pick here in round number 3. Who do we want now? We're going to go with Cam Hart here out of Notre Dame. He only has normal dev, unfortunately, but 91 speed, 94 acceleration. He's a ball hawk type of player, A tackle, B catching. We've got to get his coverage skills up, but it's unfortunate that he's only a normal dev because I like him. I was hoping that he'd be a star dev, but I think this is solid. We obviously traded Jackson. We have Christian Gonzalez. But adding someone like Cam Hart at corner, I think will be really solid for us. So I think that's a good pick. And we've got, let's see, we've got quarterback, we've got receiver, we've got tackle, and now corner. Let's go for, I guess, just best player available at this point. I'm not going to go with another corner. We could go Brendan Rice or McCallum. Ooh. I really actually like McCallum Castles here. 6'5" vertical threat. Good speed. A catching, B catching traffic. Ooh, that might be the way to go here instead of Brendan Rice. Brendan Rice, 6'3", 21 years old. Good speed. I think we're gonna go. I think we're gonna go with McCallum Castles here. That's what we're gonna do. He only has normal dev, which isn't great. 83 speed, 77 acceleration, 81 agility. He can get better though. He'll be, I guess, right behind Mike Gesicki at tight end. But I think that was worth a shot. We'll see how that one goes. So here's the draft recap. Ooh, Castles is only a 63 overall. That sucks. Cam Hart's a 69 overall. It's not terrible. Marius Mims is a 71 overall. Johnny Wilson is a 71 overall. And Caleb Williams a 78 overall. So, I mean, not the most amazing class. I've never used this draft class that I downloaded. It wasn't bad. But, yeah, Marvin Harrison is an 80 overall. Joe Alt's a 79. Brock Bowers is a 79. Caleb is a 78. Wow, Blake Corum's a 78 on this. That's kind of crazy. Let's see. Who else would have been available? Like Xavier Worthy's a 74. I guess that would have been the better pick. But I wanted to go with someone like Wilson, who was 6'7". I just thought that would be a lot more fun. But yeah, I mean, Xavier Worthy he's pretty good in this game. He's pretty good. He's very good. Yep. That's fine. All right, so this is what the team is going to look like. Onwenu is going to go to left tackle, And then we'll have, I'm actually going to move on from Cody Whitehair. We're just going to flat out release him. It's going to free up $10 million in cap room. There's no dead cap there, so we're just releasing him flat out. Strange obviously stays at left guard. Amarius Mims will head to right tackle. We got Mike Gesicki, got Odell. We're gonna give Wilson a shot at wide receiver 2 this year. I mean, I could just make him wide receiver 1 and just say screw it. We're gonna try and develop the heck out of him. Yeah, maybe that's what we'll do. And then this is what the defense will look like, as Mapu is gonna have the starting role at safety, along with Jabril Peppers. Christian Gonzalez is back. We got the Joneses. We got 3 Jones. What is happening? Leonard Williams in the middle. White at right end. Barmore at left end. I'm going to put Uche at right outside linebacker. I have him listed as a right outside linebacker, but it's not putting him there, because this game's awesome. Devin Bush and Bentley at inside linebacker. And yeah, this is going to be the team. Obviously, we've got a lot of work to do. We'll see what happens. But yeah, hopefully things go well. Again, I don't know why Uche is not moving over to the right side. It's really, really annoying. We're going to do training camp. Why not? We'll do the big ones. Maybe we'll do all of them. I'm not sure. Ooh, and we're going to change Caleb's number to number 13 as well, because I don't want him wearing 18. We'll have that changed to number 13. I don't think that number is taken or like retired or anything for the Patriots, so it should be fine. But Caleb Williams, the new starting quarterback here in New England, and ooh, we're gonna hit 3 there, aren't we? Yep, that was nice. We'll see how the receivers go. Obviously, I'd feel a lot better if we had Xavier Worthy. But like I said, I mean, I did a Broncos like franchise, and I had Caleb with Xavier Worthy, so that part of me didn't want to do it again. So that's why I went with Wilson. Plus, like, you never see a 6'7" wide receiver. Like, that's insane. So he is slow though, as you can see. Like, that's him on the left side here, wearing number 14. He is very slow, and we could down the road move him to tight end. That could be an option. Obviously, I want him to play though. We have Gesicki there, so we could always try to run like a 2 tight end set where we put Gesicki in the slot, and we have Wilson as like just a normal tight end. And we could do something like that as well. But Caleb gets a skill point there, and let's get Ramondre Stevenson gold. Let's do the wide receiver red zone here with Wilson. That was a terrible throw. Not really sure why that wasn't towards the corner of the end zone, but all right. But yeah, he's pretty slow. I mean, at 6'7" and only like 84 speed, like it makes more sense to have him at tight end. But man, I mean, I don't know. I'm really curious to see if it works out at wide receiver, because that would just be awesome to have a 6'7" wide receiver. That's just insane. Anyways, let's get him gold. He's only a 71 overall, and I'm debating whether or not I want to try to get Tyquan Thornton more opportunities. So if we were to go Odell, Wilson, and Tyquan Thornton instead of Juju, I might just do that just for the heck of it, because obviously Juju is not part of our future. So I think that's what I'm probably going to end up doing. Real quick before the season starts, I'm going to trade Juju for a third round pick from the New York Jets. So just freeing up space so that way we can have Wilson and see what Tyquan can do. We're going to set our goal to I'm just going to set it to 4 wins just to be safe. I think we could win 7 games though with this team. I think this defense is actually really, really good. So we'll go with that. And then I'm going to make sure that the depth chart is all good and whatnot. But let's see what happens. Halfway through the year here in week 10, we are 4-4. So not bad. The Jacksonville Jaguars are 8-0. Oh my. Okay, they have the number 1 offense and number 5 defense. That's kind of terrifying. Our offense is meh, averaging 19 points per game. But we'll see how the rest of the year goes. I mean, 4-4 though is pretty solid. Caleb, halfway through the year, he's on pace for about 4,000 yards, 30 touchdowns. That's a pretty good rookie year. That's I'm more than fine with that. Ramondre Stevenson only with 415 yards, which is a bit disappointing. Johnny Wilson, 46 for 557 and 3 touchdowns. Tyquan Thornton, 33 for 14 and 5 touchdowns. Gesicki's having a good year. Odell's having a solid year. Okay, Johnny Wilson looking pretty good. The defense, Devin Bush leads the team in tackles. TFL's Leonard Williams with 10, Judon with 9, and then sacks, Judon with only 3, Barmore with 3, 2 for Leonard Williams, Uche with only 1.5. So that needs to be improved. Marcus Jones with 2 picks, Bush with the pick, and Marte Mapu with the pick. So our defense isn't creating a lot of turnovers, and they're not getting a lot of sacks, but we're not giving up a lot of yards, so not bad. Unfortunately, we missed the playoffs barely. I mean, look at that. The Bills went 12-5. Every other team went 9-8. The Jets, Dolphins, and us all went 9-8. That is crazy. Did any of them make the playoffs? No. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty wild. That's pretty wild. The Cowboys are the 1 seed in the NFC. The Jaguars are the 1 seed in the NFC. And the Jags, I'm curious because they were 8-0. I wonder what their record ended up being. They were 13-4. The Cowboys went 14-3. Interesting. The worst teams in the league were the Titans, Rams, Cardinals, Saints, Browns, Vikings. The Bears went 5-12. So, yeah. Commanders are 7-10. I forget where Drake May went. Where did Drake May go? Did he go? Gosh, was it the Titans? They went 3-14. So, not great for Drake May and the Tennessee Titans at all. Anyways, unfortunately, we missed the playoffs, which really sucks. But, hopefully we can improve next year. Let's look at the stats. And obviously, we don't have picks this year. I mean, we have, I think, 2/3 maybe, but that's about it. Caleb, 4,000 yards, 26 touchdowns, 13 picks. A decent year. Obviously, hopefully we can improve a lot going into next year. He did have 2 rushing touchdowns and 483 rushing yards, so not bad. Johnny Wilson with a heck of a rookie year. 91 catches, 1,100 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Beckham had 940 yards on 80 catches, 4 touchdowns. Tyquan Thornton had a good year. 72 for 870 and 8 touchdowns. Gesicki, 76 for 793 and 8 touchdowns. Not bad. Not bad overall. Defensively, 102 tackles for Devin Bush, 20 TFLs for Matthew Judon, but not getting sacks. I might have to change the playbook for the defense. Interceptions, Devin Bush with 2, Marcus Jones with 2, Christian Gonzalez with 2. The 2 number 1 seeds are on to the Super Bowl. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Broncos made it to round 2. The Ravens were the 7 seed. They had beat the 2-seeded Vegas Raiders, but then lost to the Jags. The Panthers were the 6 seed and made it to the divisional round. The Falcons were the 2 seed. They lost to the Green Bay Packers, who then lost in the NFC Championship game to the Dallas Cowboys. Interesting year. Let's take a look at the yearly awards and see if we got any big awards. So, MVP, obviously, we're not going to have anyone on there. Coach of the year, we were not on the list. In the AFC, Lamar Jackson wins Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year was Von Miller with the Buffalo Bills. I don't see any Patriots, unfortunately. Offensive Rookie of the Year was Keon Coleman. Caleb Williams was 2nd. That sucks. And Johnny Wilson was 3rd. Coleman must have had an insane year. Wow. Defensive Rookie of the Year was James Williams for the Chiefs. Of course, the Chiefs have another great player. And then, let's see, Best Running Back. I don't think we have anyone on there. Best Wide Receiver, we don't have anyone on there. Best Tight End. This is Best O-Line. The Chiefs had 2. And then Best D-Line. We did not have anybody. No one really had an outstanding year for us, unfortunately, which really kind of sucks. So yeah, I don't know if we're gonna have any big dev trait upgrades. Unfortunately, we'll see what happens as we get to Super Bowl week, and hopefully we do. And hopefully there was some big improvement, especially like Johnny Wilson. Like hopefully he's up to star dev. We'll see. We'll look at the recap though. The Dallas Cowboys win Super Bowl 59. Dak Prescott wins MVP. Josh Allen won regular season MVP. And who won? Oh, Josh Allen won the Super Bowl MVP last year against the Eagles. Let's take a look at, you know what? No, let's, instead of doing upgrades first, let's take a look at just the lineup in general. So Caleb is still a superstar. Gesicki is up to a superstar, which is nice. Andrews and Ruiz lost their star dev, which sucks. Wilson did not go up to star dev after having a great rookie year, which really sucks. Odell went down to normal dev as well. Tyquan Thornton had a good year, but he doesn't go up. Wow. All right. I feel like we kind of got screwed there. Matthew Judon up to X Factor. Uche is at star. Mapu and Peppers. Peppers went down to star. Christian is still at star. So, yeah, I mean, not amazing. I was hoping that we'd have a little bit more as far as upgrades go, but that was not the case. I mean, Judon getting Superstar X Factor and Gesicki getting Superstar, that's not bad. Okay, well, this is stupid. Keon Coleman, who won Rookie of the Year, had 65 catches for 868 and 13 touchdowns. Was it really just because of the touchdowns? Like, I don't understand how he won Rookie of the Year. Johnny Wills had 91 for 1,100 and only 5 touchdowns, but like, okay. I mean, Caleb was better. Wow, we got robbed. We got robbed. That is absolutely ridiculous. The fact that we did not get a dev upgrade for either Caleb Williams or Johnny Wilson is BS. We have a ton of cap space, which is nice. I'm going to try to bring back Jabril Peppers. Yeah, let's just do a 3-year deal. He wants to be here, so I'll up the money a tad, but he should be signing, and he does. Christian Barmore, again, wants to be here, so I'm just going to do a 4-year deal and up the money just a tad, and he is back. Ramondre Stevenson will return as well. We'll just do like a 3-year deal. That's fine. Again, I mean, he wants to stay, so that should be an easy signing. Josh Uche, we will go ahead and sign as well. A 4-year deal. He doesn't have as much interest, so we'll up the money a little bit more, but he will re-sign as well. And Cole Strange, we will go ahead and accept his 5th-year option. Jonathan Jones, I'm going to let go. Matthew Judon, who's down to an 81 overall. Yeesh. Man, that sucks. I will try to re-sign him for 1 year. We have a ton of cap space, so that's fine. And then let's go ahead. I'm not going to bring back Andrews. And yeah, I think that's all I'm really going to do. And then we're just going to go... We're going to go big in free agents here. I mean, we have to, right? I mean, there's not really any other options that we have here. So if there's any big time free agents, like we're offering them a crap ton of money. I mean, we have $90 million here. I mean, that's the benefit of having a rookie quarterback, right? Or a quarterback on his rookie deal. Trey Smith is available. Keenan Allen's available. Amari Cooper's available. I mean, no one like super young though. Okay, so we went a little crazy with the targets here. But I think they're worth it. So we're going after Greg Newsome at corner to pair him with Christian Gonzalez. We're going after Nick Chubb. Now, we didn't offer him a ton of money, but he does have a more interest in us than Green Bay. So pairing him, having a superstar running back, we're just going to go all out here. We're going for Amari Cooper. At this point, we will just move on from Odell. And if that's the case, we're going after Kenny Clark, who apparently no one is offering him what he wants, so we were the only team to do so. And again, we're only offering him like a 2-year deal, I think. Andrews, we're just offering a 1-year deal. Cooper, I believe, is a 1-year deal, maybe a 2-year deal. And then Chubb is like a 2-year deal. So they're all short-term deals except for Greg Newsome, which is a 4-year deal. So we'll see if we get any of these guys. But if we do get all of them, it's kind of insane. And we got all of them. That is amazing. We still have 12 million in cap space as well. And one thing I did want to do was actually sign a fullback here. So I'm going to try to sign Patrick Ricard here. And let's just do a 2-year deal. Don't really need to up the money that much, but whatever. And then, yeah, let's do that. We'll advance the week and just see if there's any other holes that we want to try to fill here. I did think about going after Trey Smith at right guard, but I was like, well, we're good offensive line wise. I think we're solid there. We do need a center, so I was thinking about looking into the draft for a center, but that could also, be done next year. I'm not really too worried about that. So let's take a look at this roster then, because I think this roster is kind of insane now, just a bit. So I think Odell will probably just release, save some money there. But now we have Caleb Williams, Nick Chubb, Amari Cooper, Mike Gesicki all have superstar dev. Again, we have a reason. I think we're fine here. I don't love it. Could we have just rolled with Stevenson and gone after Trey Smith? Probably, but that's fine. We're going to let go of Odell. I don't think he really has any trade value since he's normal dev. So we're just going to let him go. It's going to open up 0.81 of cap space. I'm not really too worried about it. I could have just made him wide receiver 4 as well. That was an option, but I don't want that to get mixed up. So let's just do that. We have Cooper, Johnny Wilson, who had a great rookie year, and Tyquan Thornton. And then, yeah, I think we're good there. Nick Chubb and Ramondre Stevenson. Stevenson didn't have like the amazing year that I was hoping for. So that's why, if Nick Chubb is there and we could get him, we were going to do that. We still have Zeke on the team. We're just going to keep him on. He has like 1 year left or maybe 2 years, but he's cheap. And then as far as the defense goes, getting Greg Newsome is going to be huge for our secondary. So a corner is good. Getting Kenny Clark at left end is insane. Christian Barmore will move to right end. White will be a backup. That front right there looks amazing with Judon and Uche. We could use better pass rushers. Maybe that's something that we do in next year. And then we have Peppers. I think safety is probably something to look for as well in the draft. But we'll see. But yeah, I think we're looking pretty good here. So we are here in the 2025 NFL draft. And like I said, we do not have picks here. So I'm just going to simulate to round 3. We don't really have picks next year either. So I don't really want to trade up right now. And I really like the roster. I think at this point, we're just kind of looking for depth and, future guys to replace some veterans that we have. So I was kind of looking through, and yeah, man, a lot of the guys that I was kind of interested in are gone. Okay. This receiver is interesting, but we don't need a wide receiver. I really wanted to look at safety, and I had some guys favorited, but I guess they're all gone, unfortunately. So that sucks. Victor Gary is flying up the board apparently. I don't know. I didn't really love anyone. We can take a look at this guy. I never really looked at him. D-man coverage. He's slow. Nah. I don't know. Shoot. Well, this is kind of tough. Let's look at everyone that we favorited. The wide receiver is interesting, but again, do we need a wide receiver? No, we don't. Inside linebacker, I guess like Tyler Lloyd maybe, or Tim Holloman, but I feel like we could maybe get one of those guys in the next round. Kirk Irving, 6'3", tight end. He's fast. I don't know. Maybe we could do that later on too. He's a day 3 guy. I would say either Rashawn Porter or the tiny wide receiver. But again, I don't know, man. I don't really love this. I really wish one of those safeties was there because I did like some safeties. This guy looks pretty good. B, catching traffic. A, deep route. Like, he looks really good. Like, I mean, elite at acceleration, agility. We don't need a wide receiver. But, man, this dude ran a 4.24. At worst, he's like a return man for us. You know what? Screw it. Let's take him. He's pretty good. 97 speed, 87 jumping, 90 change of direction, 94 agility, 98 acceleration. Man, he's fast. He's really small, though. He's really small. All right. I mean, he's wearing number 29, which is weird. But he has hidden depth. So, I mean, we just took best player of it. Again, I don't feel like we need a wide receiver. But, oh, forgot. We have 2/3. Okay. Let's take one of these other guys then that I was interested in. I mean, we could just take some shots at linebacker, I guess. Let's go with... Who do we like better? I mean, this Tim Holloman dude looks pretty good. Tyler Lloyd, 6'1", ran a 4.57, beat block shed, beat pursuit. Don't know his zone. Don't know his tackle. Okay. And then Tim Holloman, who's 6'3", run stopper. He looks good too. Let's take the A, tackling is a big deal. B, block shed is the same. Pursuit could be better than Lloyd. Let's take Tim Holloman. Could be a future inside linebacker, and he has hidden dev. 84 speed, which isn't amazing, but solid. 84 jumping, 77 change of direction, 91 acceleration, which is really good. Okay, I think this was a solid pick. I'm liking it. I mean, again, we have Devin Bush. We have a couple guys at linebacker, but you know, I'm just thinking we could use some more young guys. We're a pretty veteran team, which is kind of crazy that we kind of ended up going the route that we did. But I don't know. It's a pretty good team. We can also take Joe Jones here. We could take Kirk. Or you know what? Let's take the tight end because he might be gone. He only has normal dev, but 84 speed, 85 acceleration at 6'3". It was worth a shot. There are some trade offers for Ramondre. Oh, there's just one. Tampa Bay is interested. They have a young right guard who has star dev, 5th and 6th round pick. Nah, we're just going to keep him for now. I mean, that is an option, though. We could trade Stevenson. I don't know. Anyways, let's look at the draft recap here. And we did pretty good. The wide receiver is really good. 77 overall. Man. Is he better than Tyquan Thornton? I don't know. Tim Holloman's is 73. Kirk Irving is 68. 69 for Rashawn Porter, who the computer ended up taking. Okay. All right. Floyd Morton at safety. Ron Avant at inside linebacker. And Emmanuel Weber at corner, who's a 68 overall. So that's what the draft looked like. That wide receiver is interesting. I mean, he's really fast, and he'd be fun like to play in-game. But is he better than Tyquan Thornton? I mean, I guess he is technically. His overall is, right? If we look at the lineup here, because Tyquan's only like a 72, 73 maybe. Oh no, he's a 74. Paul would actually be our second best wide receiver ahead of Wilson. Interesting. I'm gonna put Wilson at the second. You know what? Let's put Paul. He's 6'8". That'd be crazy. 5'8". So he might actually fit in the slot. So it's worth a shot instead of Tyquan Thornton there. That's fine. Holloman, he's not a pass rusher. I'm going to put him inside. I don't think he's a pass rusher, right? No, he's not. Okay. So yeah, so let's move him to middle linebacker. And then he's going to be more for the future. That was definitely more of a future pick there because obviously we're solid at middle linebacker. I mean, we don't have any like star dev or better linebackers, but we have Devin Bush and Bentley who are solid. So Holloman will just be, I mean, we could just put him ahead of Bush. And yeah, you know what? Let's do that. That's fine. And then our corners are looking good. I mean, this team is looking really good. And then I'm going to put that small receiver in at, I'm going to move Stevenson up here. as slot wide receiver. And then we got Kenny Clark, Judon, Barmore. I like that. Jones in the slot is fine. And then let's go with, that's fine. So yeah, I just need to move that receiver into the slot and we should be good to go. So let's see how this season goes. Obviously, we need a big year from Caleb and we need a big year from this defense because they struggled last year. Okay, so I was eating a gummy worm, doing these training camps, and yeah, I would just throw up, like, I don't know if I showed the video or what I'm going to do in the editing, but that rookie receiver has X Factor. So, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. He must have had Superstar Dev, and now he has X Factor, and he hasn't even played a game. So that's crazy. So yeah, our weapons are looking pretty good. Amari Cooper, who has Superstar Dev. We have Johnny Wilson, who's a 6'7" wide receiver who had 90 plus catches at over 1,000 yards a year ago. And we have a rookie Superstar X Factor. And then Mike Gesicki, who has Superstar Dev now. And Nick Chubb and Ramondre Stevenson. I think the weapons are pretty good on this team. And this should be one of the better offenses in the league. So if it's not, that will be really disappointing. All right, so before we start year number 2, let's go ahead and set our goal. I mean, the goal is to make the playoffs. We have Nick Chubb, we have Amari Cooper, we have a Superstar X Factor rookie wide receiver, apparently. Our defense is good. We're only 83 overall across the board, but I think that's going to improve over the course of the season. So let's see what happens, but I think this is a pretty damn good team. All right, so halfway through the year, we are 6-2. The Bills are 7-1. We just lost to them 42-20, unfortunately. But hey, we're having a very, very good year. Caleb Williams, 2,100 yards, only 13 touchdown passes halfway through the season. But that's because Nick Chubb has 8 rushing touchdowns, 500 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns for Caleb Williams. Amari Cooper having another very good year. 49 for 621. He's on pace for 100 catches, 1,300 yards, 12 touchdowns. Pretty insane. Johnny Wilson having another good year as well, on pace to having another 1,000-yard season. And the rookie Kyrie Paul has 4 receiving touchdowns and 482 yards receiving. Gesicki taking a step back, but that's because we have 3 very good wide receivers. Defensively, 41 tackles for Juwan Bentley. And 9 TFLs for Kenny Clark. 7 sacks for Matthew Judon, which is good to see. Kenny Clark with 3. Christian Barmore with 3.5. Leonard Williams with 2 interceptions. 2 for Christian Gonzalez, and that is it. Okay, I think I'm going to change our defensive scheme because I think it's still the Patriots. I changed the offense to the Cowboys, I believe, which is looking good. But yeah, I think we're 9th in scoring, and points allowed we're 6th. I mean, our defense is actually playing pretty well. It's just the numbers aren't amazing, but they are playing well. So let's keep it for this year. Maybe we'll change it next year. But number 9 in offense, number 6 in defense. I mean, I guess we could always go towards the Kansas City Chiefs offense, but I don't know. I think we're going to keep it how it is. We have $62 million in cap space as well. Matthew Judon, I don't know if we bring him back or not because he is just continuously regressing. That's going to be a position that maybe we just look to upgrade in the offseason as far as draft or whatever. Leonard Williams, he's also going to regress, but I will try to keep him for 1 more year as well. And that's all I'm going to do for now. And Christian Gonzalez will obviously accept his option. So yeah, we should, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But hopefully we can win the Super Bowl this year and we won't have to worry about it. We finished the season 14-3. We lost 1 game in the final 9. We are now the number 1 offense in the league, the number 6 defense in the league, the best run defense in the league, the best offensive passing game in the league. Goodness. Yeah, that was a quick turnaround. It took all but 2 years to reach and beat. Wow, the Chiefs are the 1 seed though. How good are the Chiefs? That's insane, dude. Oh my gosh. All right, real quick, I want to look to see what the Chiefs record is. Oh, they win 14-3 as well. So we both win 14-3. They won the tiebreaker though. Damn it. All right, well, that's terrifying that they're still that good. I mean, I guess it's not surprising, but like, it's terrifying. Caleb Williams threw for 4,400 yards, 34 touchdowns. That means he had, what's 34 minus 13? 21 touchdowns in the final 9 games. That's crazy. Only 5 interceptions on the year as well. Very impressive. 1,400 yards for Nick Chubb, 21 rushing touchdowns. Wow. Yeah, that was a hell of a signing. Amari Cooper was in, we had 3 1,000-yard receivers. Paul had 87 for 1,209 touchdowns. Amari Cooper had an unbelievable year. Johnny Wilson, another good year. Dude. Oh my. Okay. Yeah, this is sick. Not a lot of tackles. 18 TFLs for Leonard Williams. 16 for Kenny Clark, 15 for Christian Barmore, 11.5 sacks for Judon, 8.5 for Kenny Clark, 7 for Barmore, 5 for Leonard Williams. Uche had 5. Like, damn. 3 picks for Christian Gonzalez. And then look at all the, we had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 interceptions in the final 9 games. That's insane. Absolutely insane. Okay, this is a good team. We're the best team on offense, and we are a top 5 team defensively, maybe even a top 3 team defensively. We should beat the Cincinnati Bengals. Let's go ahead and just do the let's just jump in and sim it. This is the first time the New England Patriots are hosting a playoff game since I believe Tom Brady was on the team, and that was all the way back in 2019. Let's see what happens here in the divisional round. We give up a touchdown immediately, but we tie it up. Now 14-7, 14-14 defense, please. Okay, we hold them to a field goal. Now we make a field goal. It's a high-scoring game here in the first half. On to the second half. We're down 24-20. Come on, offense. There we go. Up 27-24. Now it's tied at 27. All right, let's slowly jump in here. I mean, 5 minutes left. Actually, yeah, let's just I mean, we've got I mean, I don't know how many more games. So let's keep going here. 1st and 5, 2nd and 8, 3rd and 1. This is a big 3rd down conversion. We get it. It was a 9-yard run by Ramondre Stevenson. Now 2nd and 10, 3rd and 12. Not good. And then we will go ahead and kick a field goal here to take a 30-27 lead. Can we get a stop here and move on to the AFC Championship game? It's 4th and 3 now. I would like to jump in and watch this play, which would be, I think, this one. I have no idea. Let's see. 4th and 3. Here we go. Joe Burrow in shotgun. Burrow back to throw. He incomplete. Tried to hit Joe Mixon. Mixon couldn't bring it in, and that will do it. We are headed to the AFC Championship game. We beat the Cincinnati Bengals 30-27. Nick Chubb 114 total yards, and we were down by what, like, I think 7, maybe 10 at one point, but we were down. What a comeback win. Caleb Williams gets his first playoff win as well. Not bad. Let's look at the final stats here and see how Caleb did in his final or in his first ever playoff game. Joe Burrow 24, 37, 320 and 3 touchdowns. He was insane. Caleb didn't do too much, but didn't cost us the game. 17 of 26, 251 yards and a touchdown. Nick Chubb ran all over him. Same with Ramondre Stevenson. He was awesome. And then receiving wise, Amari Cooper was great again. Had a touchdown. Gesicki had a good game. And then defensively, Christian Gonzalez had 7 tackles, no TFLs, 2 sacks. Leonard Williams and then Mapu and Barmore split 1. No interceptions, obviously. So not a great defensive game by our top, 5 to top 10 defense, but our run game got the job done. So now we will be playing the Baltimore Ravens, who are the 3 seed. They beat the Raiders 34-24. The Titans move on. They beat the Bills by 1, so they'll play in Kansas City. In the NFC, the Panthers are the 1 seed. They play the 7-seeded New York Giants, and the Cardinals are as the 4 seed, who beat the defending champions, the Dallas Cowboys. They play the 6 seed, the Atlanta Falcons, who beat the 3-seeded Minnesota Vikings. All the underdogs won, or I guess no, the Cardinals were technically, I mean, I'm sure they were probably an underdog if you think about it, the defending champions, but interesting. An interesting playoff. We'll see what happens here in the divisional round against the Ravens. In the divisional round for the first time since 2019, when the Patriots lost to the Tennessee Titans in Tom Brady's final game. And let's see if our defense can play better than last week. It's not off to a great start. It's the exact same way. 14-7. We don't tie up the game, though, and we're down 21-7. Oh, no. This is not great. 21-10, 28-10. Oh, boy. Our offense just got crushed. The Baltimore Ravens move on to the AFC Championship game. We could not advance, and the offense just didn't play well. I mean, the Ravens were an 87 overall across the board. We were only, what, like an 84, 85? Yeah, they beat us pretty good. 3 passing touchdowns again for Lamar Jackson. Dude, our defense got crushed. I mean, Caleb didn't make mistakes, but we just couldn't get first downs. We didn't run the ball well. 42 yards rushing for Nick Chubb. We just completely got away from the run game. Stevenson didn't even get a carry. Just not good. Not good. A disappointing way to end the year. But hey, I mean, it's only Caleb's second year. So, you know, obviously next year is going to be the big one. So on to Super Bowl week. The Chiefs and the Carolina Panthers, 2 1 seeds again. The Ravens lost 35-31. Panthers beat the Cardinals 24-20. But it is Super Bowl week, so let's see if we got any big dev trait upgrades here. I mean, the big one is Caleb, right? We want him to have X Factor, and he does. Nick Chubb has X Factor. Amari Cooper has X Factor, along with Paul, who is now playing up to an 85. Dude, that dude's insane. He's insane. Somehow Johnny Wilson still does not have star or better, which is insane. Gesicki went back down to star dev. Not surprising there. And then defensively, Holloman is a star dev, so that's good to see. And yeah, that's about. There wasn't any big changes there. So we'll see how the offseason goes. I'm a bit nervous with just regression, so we'll see what happens. And then we have some upgrades here. I think it was just, yeah, Kyrie Paul, who is absolutely insane. We'll just give him deep threat. But yeah, this dude is really good. +2 catching. He has a 99 acceleration now, 97 speed, 88 catching, 86 catching traffic, 87 spectacular catch. Like, yeah, his short and medium route running is not good. So anytime we get an opportunity to upgrade him, we should probably upgrade his route running. But yeah, he's awesome. Let's take a look at the yearly awards real quick here. Mahomes won MVP. And then for Offensive Player of the Year, Lamar Jackson won it. Caleb was 4th. And then DPOY, do we have anyone on this list? No. Our defense, again, like numbers-wise, our defense was not that good. Kyrie Paul, Offensive Rookie of the Year. He had a great rookie year. Defensive Rookie of the Year, we did not have anyone on that list. So yeah, that's the list. We'll see what happens. But obviously, like, we have a lot of veterans on our defense, so a few of them are probably going to regress, which is going to make things a lot more difficult. The Chiefs won 17-14. Nick Bolton is the Super Bowl MVP. By the way, we won Coach of the Year, Bravo Mayo. So that's cool. But yeah, Patrick Mahomes with another Super Bowl. Okay, so big problem. Matthew Judon actually dropped to normal dev. Which is not great. That really, really sucks. And obviously we paid him, which was pretty stupid. I mean, I guess it's not the biggest deal in the world. We can move on from him. But that sucks that he went down to normal dev. We should have our first round pick though this year. So I think we're going to be definitely looking at the draft to maybe get some pass rushers. We'll see. Jason Kelsey is available. That would actually be really nice. And we could really use like another guard. Okay. Trent Brown's available. Teron Johnson's available. We could use another corner. That's going to be a big one. Obviously, a pass rusher is a big one, but there doesn't really seem to be anyone. Khalil Mack is old. Apparently, there's no right. Oh, there we go. There's Quincy Williams. Meh. So we're going to have to probably look at the draft for that. Oh, man. Not a lot of options here. Not a lot of options. I think corner is definitely something that I want to upgrade. And then offensive line, which would be center, which I'm thinking we just bring in Jason Kelsey on a 1-year deal. Yeah, let's just bring Jason Kelsey in, and let's bring... I want to check on right guard. I mean, there's not a lot of options, though, so I think we're good there. But bringing in Jason Kelsey is a big one. And then I think corner is something I want to do. Let's take a look real quick. I mean, Ruiz is a 78 overall. There's not much better than him, so I don't really want to waste money there. It sucks that Holloman went down to normal dev because he had star dev, which is really annoying. Yeah, we need a third corner. But other than that, our secondary is really good. We need pass rushers, man. We really need... we're going to move on from Judon. We might move up in the draft and see if there's an elite pass rusher. I think that's probably the big one here. And honestly, we might look to upgrade kicker and punter too. We might as well. So here we go. Let's go ahead and start the NFL draft here. Oops, I don't want to do that. Okay, so I've done some scouting here. It's been a while. I've done a lot of scouting. This draft looks really good. The problem is we have the 28th overall pick. Alonzo Hood might be a generational corner. Again, we don't need corner, but damn, he is really, really good. The big ones are going to be Travis Wilkins, outside linebacker, 6'4", 22 years old. He looks good. A finesse moves, C power moves. He looks solid. And then there is Dwayne Hall. I thought there was another guy, but maybe I'm wrong here. Speed rusher, 6'3". We don't know his finesse moves though. So yeah. I could have sworn there was somebody else up here. Where is... Oh, wow. I thought he was higher. So there's Thad Gatewood, and he looks really good too. Again, they're all kind of in the same boat. So what I'm thinking is Gatewood is probably the best option because he's so much lower. There's also a solid safety here. Here's another. We could also go with Cedric Keenan. Again, he's kind of in the same boat as everyone else, but A finesse moves. So like we've got options there. So if we can move up into like maybe 12-ish, I think we could have a chance at Gatewood. If not, then we could grab that other guy. And then there was a tight end, and he looks cool. Again, we don't need tight end, but I was just looking through because I was like, that's probably the one position on offense that we could look to upgrade. Wikiseki going, regressing a little bit. And he's elite speed, elite jumping, great change of direction, great agility, great acceleration. Like, he looks amazing. So, like, he would be an awesome pick, and he's like a 2nd-round pick. So, if we can come out of this with, like, either Wilkins, Hall, or Gatewood, or even Cedric Keenan, and then come out of that with the safety as well, like, that would be really nice. So let's go ahead and just start simming here and see what happens. Chris Rowe goes number 1 overall. Jeff Bishop goes 2 to Seattle. And then Alonzo Hood, I'm really curious to see how good that corner is because, yeah. Andrew Rich, left tackle, goes to Tampa. And Thad Gatewood goes to the Jets. Wow, he's the first linebacker to go. Interesting. Okay, Eric Trent goes. That's kind of insane. There goes Travis Wilkins. Man, how did he go from 16 all the way up into the top 5? Is he really that good? That's kind of insane. Interesting. Let's look at our other options then. Our last option here is Dwayne Hall. Man, that did not go. Oh, wait, and there's Cedric Keenan. Okay. So who's better? Cedric Keenan or Dwayne Hall? I really thought Gatewood would be there. I was going to move up for Gatewood. Oh, boy. A pursuit, A finesse moves. I think those are kind of the two biggest ones. C to F block shedding, though, which isn't great. And then Dwayne Hall, speed rusher. They're about the same speed. We just don't know on his finesse moves. A pursuit, though. A to C block shed. Dwayne Hall looks... Man, Dwayne Hall could be better. I just don't know. That's tough. Wow. That sucks. That really sucks. Who is better? I have no idea. Cedric Keenan or Dwayne Hall? I mean, I guess we could look at Joshua McCutcheon. Nah, he's slower. No, I don't know, man. I think the option. I think it's Dwayne Hall might be slightly better, but I'm not sure. I mean, I guess we could just wait till one of them goes and take the other. There goes Dalvin Hamilton. I don't know. I mean, the longer I wait, and there goes Dwayne Hall. Okay, let's just move up to 16 then and take the other guy. All right, so we're doing this. We're sending next year's first, a future third, and a sixth. And we're going to move up and take this other pass rusher, and hopefully he ends up being good. If he doesn't, then I'm going to be really sad. But we're going to take Cedric Keenan. I mean, he looks solid. We'll see. Hidden Dev, 83 speed, which is slow, but 87 acceleration. Hopefully he has really good finesse moves, and hopefully that dev trade is really good. So we'll see what happens. I'm really curious now to see how good that other linebacker was, because that's kind of insane. Oops. That's crazy. Anyways, I'm curious to see if that tight end is there again. We don't need a tight end, but it'd be cool. Nah, he's not there. Okay. Sharif Miller looks decent too. Actually, he looks pretty good. Should I just take him? I don't know. I mean, he looks pretty good. You know what? Screw it. We could use a second tight end. 85 speed, 84 acceleration, 81 agility. That's fine as well. All right, let's take a look at the damage and see what we missed on here. Keenan is only a 73 overall. Okay, Sharif Miller's a 71. And then the CPU drafted 2 safeties. Okay. Not what I was expecting. How good? Okay, so that corner is really good. 3 really good corners. Wow, that tight end was actually really good. And he went right before I picked. Damn it. You know what's funny is I skipped to my next pick, and I was like, I went to try to cancel because I wanted to move up for him, but I couldn't. Gatewood was only a 76. So, I mean, whatever, I guess. He does have hidden dev, 85 speed, 82 finesse, 75 power. He looks overall really good. We can take a look at his dev trait and just see. I mean, he got taken, so I was never going to move up that high. So I guess it doesn't really... Oh. Okay. Sick, dude. Okay. Dwayne Hall, 74 overall. He's slightly better than the guy I took. He's faster. Oh. Okay. Yeah, 78 finesse moves. Please don't have superstar or X Factor. Like, just so I don't lose my mind. Okay, he has star. Okay. We'll see how good Keenan is, but he's a little bit worse than Hall. Just slightly. I mean, it's not much. What's his finesse moves? 77. 70 power moves, though. So, yeah, I mean, losing out on Gatewood sucks. Can't believe how good that dude is. He's insane. And he went 5th overall when he was like the 16th rated player. That's crazy. This was an interesting draft. Alonzo Hood, 80 overall, star better, looks solid. I wonder what his dev trait is. And then I'm kind of curious to look at that tight end too. Alonzo Hall, superstar X Factor. Damn. Okay. And then what's that tight end? Because that tight end ended up being really good. Brian Montgomery. I mean, he wasn't going to play much for me. 89 speed is awesome. 85 catching is great. Like, absolutely insane. His route run is not good. I don't know. He's probably only like star dev. He looks good though. Like, he would have been a fun backup. Yeah, he has star dev. So I'm not too worried about that one. But yeah, I mean, Gatewood would have been sweet. Gatewood would have been yeah, that would have been nice. All right, so this is what the team is going to look like. Caleb Williams at an 89, playing up to a 91. Nick Chubb still 92. Amari Cooper is an 88, playing up to an 89. Paul is an 85, so he's going to be wide receiver 2. Gesicki at tight end with the rookie Miller backing him up. Jason Kelsey now on the team. And then we're going to start Keenan because if he does have superstar or superstar X Factor, like, that's going to be huge. So yeah, let's just try to develop him. I think he'll be good. And hopefully Uche has a big year. We need him to have a big year. Because, like, right now, our weakness is rushing the passer. So hopefully that works out. And then I'm going to put the 5'8 receiver at slot. I can't remember his name right now. And then that's probably the only change we'll make. We are once again 6-2 halfway through the year. We just came off of a loss against the Jets. 24-21, which is not great. But, I mean, hey, 6-2, tie for the division lead. We'll take it. Caleb Williams on pace for another 4,000-yard season. Only 15 touchdowns, but only 3 interceptions, so that's fine. Nick Chubb is having an insane year, so that's where all the yards are going. 11 rushing touchdowns already through 8 games. Yeah, Nick Chubb's going to have a crazy year. Amari Cooper is once again having a great year. Kyrie Paul's having a good year. Johnny Wilson. I mean, even Mike Gesicki is actually having a much better year than he did last year. And then defensively, this is where the problem is, huh? Kenny Clark, 7 TFLs. 7.5 sacks for Kenny Clark is still good. Cedric Keenan has 2 sacks. Judon has 2 sacks. I don't know. We're just not getting sacks and we're not getting turnovers. That's where, like, that's the problem. I don't really know how to get this team to start creating some turnovers, especially with the secondary, like getting interceptions, but we'll see what happens in the second half of the year. Well, we don't win the division. The Bills do at 13-4. We go 11-6, and we are headed to Baltimore against a team we lost to a year ago in the divisional round. This time, we are headed to their stadium in the wild card round. Wow. That's unfortunate. But hey, we can get some revenge. Jacksonville, once again, the 1 seed. Chiefs are 2. Bills are 3. Ravens are 4. We are 5. Raiders are 6. And the Bengals are 7. San Francisco, 1 seed in the NFC. So let's go ahead and look at the season stats here. As Caleb had another 4,000-yard season. 36 touchdowns, only 5 interceptions. He's playing great. Nick Chubb had a great year once again. Receiving wise, Amari Cooper, another great year. Kerry Paul did not hit the 1,000-yard mark this season, but Gesicki had a much better year this year. And looking at the defense here, again, our defense just doesn't. The numbers are just not good by the defense. I'm not really sure how to get them to be better because it's a good overall defense, but we're just not making plays. We're not making the plays that we need to. So let's see what happens here in the wild card round and see if we can get some revenge on the Baltimore Ravens. Can we get our revenge on the Baltimore Ravens? Our defense holds them to 3 points on the first drive. We've taken a 7-3 lead, now a 14-3 lead, a 17-3 lead, 24-3 lead. Okay, let's not blow this. All right, 27-3, and that will do it. Easy win over the Baltimore Ravens. Our defense shows up in the playoffs, unlike they did last year against this team. Lamar Jackson only had 82 passing yards in this game. That is crazy. Caleb didn't do anything special. 19 of 29, 207 yards and a touchdown. Nick Chubb had 2 rushing touchdowns, 102 yards rushing. Kerry Paul, 60 yards receiving. And then defensively for us, not a lot of tackles, but look at that. 3 TFLs for Christian Barmore, 2 for Judon, 2 for Leonard Williams, 1.5 sacks for Bentley. Uche had a half a sack. No interceptions, but our defense really played well here in this one, and we get our revenge, and we are headed to, once again, the division round. We will be headed to the Jacksonville Jaguars, who went 15-2. That's insane. That's insane. The Chiefs are at home against the Bills on the other side there. San Fran will play the 7-seeded Arizona Cardinals, and the Eagles will play the Minnesota Vikings. But can we beat the team who's been the best team in the whole AFC? Their passing game offensively hasn't actually been that good. It's been their rushing game, their rush offense, and their defense is excellent. So this is going to be a tough one. A trip to the AFC Championship game is on the line here. We're up 7-3, now down 10-7 to the Jaguars, and now they're up 17-7, 17-10 at the half. We'll make it 17-13, now 20-17, and it looks like we're going to take a 23-17 lead here with 7:40 to go in the game. Jacksonville is driving right down the field. 1st and 10, 2nd and 12 from the 17. Now 3rd and 5. This is a huge play for our defense. It's now 3rd and 10. There's a 5-yard penalty on Cam Robinson, and it will be 4th and 10. Trevor Lawrence has to throw it away, and they will go ahead. Oh my gosh, the field goal was blocked. It's 23-17, and we have the ball. 5.5 minutes to go. Now we're driving. It's going to be 2nd and 12, though. 3rd and 6. Can we convert this 3rd down? No. Caleb is sacked by Connor Dobson, and we will go ahead and punt it. Now just under 3 minutes to go, and Jacksonville, 46-yard touchdown pass to Christian Kirk, and the Jags have taken a 24-23 lead with 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go. So Caleb under center, and we'll go ahead and play this out, and that's going to be knocked away because he ran into somebody, and so, you know, it completely ruins the play. Awesome. Love that animation in this game. Terrific. Love that when that happens. That's exactly what we wanted. 2nd and 10, and we'll just go over the middle here to Johnny Wilson. He has a 1st down, and we'll let the 2-minute warning hit. Caleb, 21 of 31. 3 catches, 46 yards for Wilson. And look, all we need to do is get into field goal range. So we could even run the ball here. Remember, we're only down by 1. So as I pick a play, you know, where Nick Chubb is a receiver, that's brilliant. I might just check this down. No, we have Nick Chubb actually, and that's going to be incomplete. Poor accuracy. Nick Chubb was wide open on that play. Caleb just missed them. We're going to run it here to Chubb, and Chubb gets blocking. We'll have a 1st down, and we'll kind of let the clock go down here a little bit. I want to have the option to run it, just in case they give us a look like they did on that last play. We'll go ahead and throw it this time around. And I didn't see 37. I thought he was going to keep going with Gesicki there, so I thought I was going to have that wide open. Luckily, it wasn't intercepted. And we'll have 2nd and 10 with 1:28 to go. And we're just going to get this to Nick Chubb. Nice catch. Broken tackle. Nick Chubb is down to the 43-yard line. The throw was a bit inaccurate. Not exactly where I wanted that ball to be. But we'll take it. 1 minute to go here. We're not quite in field goal range. And I'm just going to take off and run. Get a good block from Amari Cooper. Slide! Never mind. That works out. First down for Caleb Williams, in Jacksonville will now start calling timeouts. What a run by Caleb Williams. Now, Nick Chubb will run it up the middle. It's a gain of just 1, but we're not going to throw the ball here. We're going to make them use their timeouts here. A first down will win this game for us. Well, put us in a situation where we can win it. And Nick Chubb gets stopped there. We're going to run the ball again. 3rd and 9. I'm not risking it. I'm not going to risk throwing it here. So we're just going to run it here on 3rd and 9. And Nick Chubb might have a first down. Oh, he's close. It's 4th and 1. It doesn't really matter. 5 seconds is a difference between game clock and the snap clock. So we're just going to let this go all the way down and kick a game-winning field goal here. And the field goal is up and good. So 5 seconds remain. We just kick it out of the end zone. We're not going to do a squib kick or anything like that. We don't want this to be returned at all, because we know Trevor Lawrence can't throw the ball 75 yards, to the end zone, right? So let's just go with this, and we're gonna go and I mean, I'm meant to do a prevent, but that's fine. We'll just roll with this, and Trevor Lawrence back to throw, and he's under some pressure here. He's gonna throw it backside, and that's gonna be incomplete, and that will do it. We are headed to the AFC Championship game for the first time since 2018. We beat the 1 seed Jacksonville Jaguars, and we are headed to the AFC Championship game, where more than likely it's going to be the Kansas City Chiefs. Caleb was good, 22 of 34, 238, and 2 touchdowns. Obviously, the game-winning drive. 14 of 24 for Lawrence, 222 and a touchdown. Nick Chubb, 20 carries for 88 yards. Travis Etienne had a great game. They just didn't give him the ball enough. And then Calvin Ridley, 6 for 78. Amari Cooper, 5 for 47 and a touchdown. Mike Gesicki, 4 for 56 and a touchdown. Kyrie Paul, 5 for 52. And then TFLs here, we got Mohamed Kamara with 1. Leonard Williams with 1. Matthew Judon with 1. And Kenny Clark. And then sacks, Barmore and Kenny Clark each had a sack. Ooh, it's going to be the Buffalo Bills. Our division rival. They smoked Kansas City 31-7. So it will be New England and Buffalo in the AFC Championship game. Can we beat our division rivals? They won the division at 13-4. So we're headed to Buffalo, and they have a pretty good team. 85 overall across the board. We have an 80 offense, 85 defense, and 86 overall. So let's see what happens. Can we beat the Buffalo Bills? Here in Buffalo to start off, our defense gets a stop, and we're immediately up 7-0, now 7-3, and now 7-6. So our defense doing a good job of keeping Buffalo out of the end zone, up 14-6, now 14-9, and our offense just can't get anything going, and Buffalo's taking a 17-14 lead, now 21-17 lead. I did not realize how much time was on the clock. 33 seconds to go. 3rd and 10 for Buffalo. Can Josh Allen lead the Bills to an amazing comeback here? It's over the middle, and that is caught. Timeout, Buffalo. Oh, boy. All right, come on, defense. Somebody make a play. Please. Allen back to throw. It's going to be over the middle. That's caught, but again, that wastes some time here. 25 seconds now as they use the timeout. So 2nd and 1. My voice is dying over here. And Allen back to throw. He's going to check it down to Cook. Nice tackle there. But they are in range here to take a Hail Mary if they need to. I mean, there's still 19 seconds to go. They don't have a timeout, though. So anything over the middle is dangerous, and that's going to be caught by Diggs. Will they have time? 4, 3, 2, 1. That is it. They didn't have time to snap it. And that will do it. This game, they were set. They were set with like 4 seconds to go, and they could not snap it. Unbelievable. The Bills can't get it done, and we have come into Buffalo in the AFC Championship game and are now headed to the Super Bowl. Unbelievable ending to that game. I can't believe they couldn't snap the ball. Josh Allen, 26 of 41, 279, no touchdowns and no interceptions. Caleb, 16 of 27, 162, but had 3 touchdown passes. Nick Chubb, 77 yards rushing. Stephon Diggs had a big game. And then Kyrie Paul, 5 for 77 and 2 touchdowns. Mike Gesicki with the other. And then defensively, Bentley had 11 tackles. Muhammad Kamara out of Colorado State, 2 TFLs in this one. He had a good game last week too. Bentley, Leonard Williams, and Judon with a TFL. And then Muhammad Kamara with a sack along with Christian Barmore and Christian Clark. So we are headed to, what is this, Super Bowl? It doesn't say what Super Bowl this is. I have no idea. This is in 2026. So it would be, would it be the, wait, is it the 2026 season or is it actually 2026? No, I can't remember. I have no idea what Super Bowl this is. Oh, here we go. This is Super Bowl 61. And it is between the New England Patriots and the San Francisco 49ers. New England had the 5th best offense in the league and the 10th best defense. We had the 3rd best offense and the 12th best defense. So we're actually matched up pretty well here. So this is going to be very, very interesting. Let's take a look at the lineup, see if we had any dev trait upgrades here with this team. On the offense, it does not look like it. No. And then, I mean, we have like 4 X factors, so it's fine. And the defense is pretty much the same. Christian Gonzalez is now up to superstar dev. Keenan does have star dev. And he's up to now a 78 overall. So he's improved drastically over the course of the season. And yeah, Uche's an 81. It's a pretty solid defense. I mean, it's not an amazing defense, obviously, but the offense is where we are elite. I mean, you can call us the New England Browns with Nick Chubb and Amari Cooper on this team, but Paul has been a huge weapon for us. Wilson at 6'7" is great. Yeah, this offensive line is very good now, especially having Jason Kelce at center, which there's no way he plays till 2026. That's just not happening. But hey, it happened in the game, so we'll take it. On to Super Bowl 61, though. Can we win our first Super Bowl since, I guess it'd be 2018, right? Where they beat the Rams? I think that's right. Yes, it was. It was, well, technically February 3rd, 2019, but it was a 2018 season in Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta, where the Patriots won and beat the Rams 13-3. So now, 8 years later, right? 53, 6, yeah, 8 years later, we are here in Miami in Super Bowl 61, where we will play the New England, or well, we are the New England Patriots, where we will play the San Francisco 49ers. Let's go ahead and start the sim here and see how our defense does to start off this game. Our defense actually did great. We're up 7-0, now 7-3, up 14-3, 14-10 at the half. And we'll take a 17-10 lead, now a 24-10 lead, 24-17. We have the ball here. 2nd and 5, we are driving. 1st and 10 at the 36, now 2nd and 3 at the 29. 3rd and inches, we don't need to score a touchdown, but a big play. Caleb Williams to Mike Gesicki for a 22-yard catch and run, and now a 4-yard run by Nick Chubb, and that should just about do it. We're up 31-17. And now 3rd and 10, 4th and 4. Let's play the 4th and 4 play here. Our defense really showed up here in the Super Bowl against Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers. Kyle Shanahan, obviously, last time he played the Patriots in the Super Bowl, he blew a 28-3 lead. So not great experience there, as that is caught by George Kittle. Purdy 16 of 21, 158 yards, I think is what that said. Now a minute and 40 to go, and that's going to be over the middle, incomplete. Yeah, 158 yards for Brock Purdy. Our defense has played great here in Super Bowl 61. Our defense hasn't been amazing here in the playoffs. I mean, they were good in the wild card round. We shut down Lamar Jackson. And then against Jacksonville, it was okay. We gave up 3 rushing touchdowns to Travis Etienne. And then in the AFC Championship game against the Buffalo Bills, we held Josh Allen to no passing touchdowns. So overall, our defense has been good, and some spots have been shaky. But overall, it's been good. It's been better. I mean, we had the 12th best defense. It's not like we had a terrible defense, right? 1st and 10 now, and Purdy will throw that over the middle, tipped up and incomplete. And it will have a 2nd and 10. Again, they're down by 14, so they got to score quick and then get an onside, because they do have, they have 3 timeouts, so technically they could try to use the timeouts, but you might as well onside kick that, and that will be incomplete. So 3rd and 10. Obviously, none of it matters if they don't score here. But they got to score like now. Keenan is in the game. See if we can get after Brock Purdy with our rookie pass rusher. He goes to the end zone. It's intercepted. Christian Gonzalez with the interception. Let's try to score here. Christian Gonzalez. Touchdown. A pick 6 in Super Bowl 61 for Christian Gonzalez. And that will do it. We will win the Super Bowl 38-17, and the New England Patriots are back on top. 38-17 is the final score. Caleb Williams, in just year number 3, wins his first Super Bowl title. It was an interesting rebuild, because obviously we gave up a lot of our picks, right, for Caleb Williams. Going from 3 to 1, we had to give up the 2024, 2025 first round picks, right? We had to give up a 2nd round pick in 2025 as well. So we couldn't really rebuild through the draft. We had to rebuild through free agency. And obviously we had the 2024 draft where we drafted the wide receiver. Can't really remember his name right now. Johnny Wilson. And who else did we draft in that? I can't remember. We drafted a corner as well. And I think that's it. I can't really remember who else we drafted, but it was a solid draft. But really, we built this team through free agency, right? Caleb Williams, 23 of 25, 274, and a touchdown. That's an unbelievable game. That's ridiculous. 2 incompletions. Nick Chubb, 19 for 83 and 2 touchdowns. Gesicki, 7 for 94. Johnny Wilson, 6 for 73. Kyrie Paul, 6 for 68. And then looking at the defense here, Christian Gonzalez obviously with the pick 6. No TFLs, interesting. And Leonard Williams with the sack. But yeah, like I said, this rebuild was one of the more different rebuilds that I've done, right? Because you go all out for a young quarterback, and generally what you want to do is, rebuild through the draft. But this team had talent already. So I think the biggest, and a lot of cap space, right? Like, that's the thing with the Patriots, is they have a ton of cap space. They've kind of set themselves up pretty good. So yeah, I think this year will be interesting, this draft, because obviously we'll see what the Bears do. But if they trade down, but they don't want to trade down far too far to where they lose out on someone like Marvin Harrison Jr., then I think this is a move where they can make, where the Patriots go after Caleb and the Bears, maybe they get a first-round pick next year as well, which is amazing for them. And they get their guy in Marvin Harrison Jr. You go all in with Justin Fields, and the Patriots get their guy in Caleb Williams, and then you use your, however millions of dollars that you have in cap space, and you just sign guys. I think that's probably the best way to do it for the Patriots. And obviously, I think Caleb Williams is going to be phenomenal. Christian Gonzalez is Super Bowl MVP. Obviously, they're accounting for that pick 6. I think it would have been Caleb Williams, though, just because that pick 6 didn't really... It mattered, but it didn't really matter, right? Caleb Williams, he had 2 incompletions. It was just an unbelievable game for him. And there you go. 7-time Super Bowl champs. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think the Patriots should do. Should they just stay at 3 and take, whether it's Drake May or Jaden Daniels, depending on who's left, right? Or should they trade up? Give up the first round pick next year, right? Give up a second round pick and see if you can move up 2 spots, which is crazy that you would give up that much for 2 spots. But you kind of have to do that, because if the Bears are getting insane offers from teams at, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? Like, you kind of have to give up a good amount to make sure you go get your guy in Caleb Williams. So it's an interesting decision that the Bears will have and that the Patriots will have. So we'll see what happens. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Hit that like button if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one.